Thank you for listening to the Welcome Matt podcast. I'm your host, Matt Caldwell. Today, I'm pleased to welcome Colin North.
Hey, how you doing, Matt?
I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
Oh, just enjoying life to the fullest.
Yeah, normally every time I see you, you are happy. And I feel like I'm usually a happy guy. I have my temper.
Right.
But you've seen that.
Oh, I have.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You are an ogre when someone pushes you over.
Oh, yeah.
But, generally happy. Trying to keep it up.
Excellent.
It's all a ruse. It's just my acting skills I'm trying to show off in front of you.
Yeah, you are showing off your sketch acting skills quite frequently around the city now.
It's true, yeah.
It's
trying
true.
to do as many shows. It's tough because there's not many venues to do sketch comedy. It's not like stand-up where any bar can grab a mic and then you can try to make it work.
Yeah, it's tough to make both mix, too, because sketch, you have to think about props, lighting.
Yeah.
And it's tough to transition from one to the other. Comedy bar has a good space where you can transition from stand-up to sketch very easily, but some of the other open mics around the city, not so much.
Yeah, some of the early shows I used to do where we tried to make it work in a bar setting they're great stories to tell, but they were nightmares to actually do because you watch 7 or 8 stand-ups and then 2 people go up in like a dimly lit bar and try to this is theater now. It's like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I am drunk.
So what are you hoping to do for sketch going forward? You're in sorry, we should plug your sketch group. You're in Toques of Hazzard.
Yeah, I'm in Toques of Hazzard with my pretend friend, Kyle Andrews. And so right now, we did a show around Christmas time that was 45 minutes. And now we're trying to get more material out. We're trying to do more shows, trying to get more connected. And going into the summer, we're going to try to do another episode or series of episodes of Kyle's web series called Self-Unemployed. So we're going to try to get that done. So we're writing and planning that whole process. Was
that one the premise with each week you try and start something new, a new business?
That's it. It's 3 about 4 or 5 minute episodes, makes up one story arc. So the first one that we did was we started a daycare at our house. And so, that's basically the whole...
I think I would like to go there.
Our daycare?
Yeah.
We drink in front of the kids and then tie them up. Yeah, it's...
Are there hammocks?
Hammocks?
Is there fun things like spelling time?
Spelling time? There's a pool that we cover up, and that's about it.
A pool? Why is it covered?
Because we want to tempt people with the fun, but not actually give it to them.
Ah, okay.
And that's it.
It's like having a bunch of baseball gear, but no ball.
That's it, yeah. Just, here you go. Pretend. Play with the imaginary ball. So we filmed that, I think that was a while ago. And then we released it just because we just wanted to get it out there. But now I think we're going to rework it, follow up with the people who appeared in the last episodes and try to see where that's going. And then on top of that, Kyle and I are big fans of video games. So we're going to try and get a YouTube channel and maybe a Twitch account. I don't know if you know about twitch.tv.
No.
It's basically where it's like the broadcasting playing video games, and it's very popular. They just... I think maybe Google just bought it for like $1 billion.
Oh, there are a lot of like YouTube gamers where you just watch them play.
That's it.
They talk about how they're playing. A lot of walkthroughs. If I don't know how to beat a level, I can go on YouTube and get the easy solution.
Well, I mean, PewDiePie is obviously, when you think about YouTubers, he's the most subscribed, most popular YouTuber on Earth.
And what flavor would that pie be? It's like a strawberry pie?
Pewdie? What would a PewDiePie be?
Pewdie sounds a little bit like a fruit?
Yeah, well, he is Swedish. So maybe Swedish berry pie.
Swedish berry.
There we go.
We've got those Swedish fishes, too.
Swedish fishes?
And the Swedish chef. A lot of Swedish things.
Yeah, Swedish meatballs are a classic. It's the only reason to go to IKEA, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that's the best furniture, is the meatball.
Yeah. I just fill up my house full of meatballs. Here, have a seat on my meatball couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Are you ready to play some games?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm set.
So if you've never listened to the Welcome Matt podcast before, what happens, I invite comics and stand-ups, sketch artist, any type of performer to come by and play some games. They choose the games, and the first game that Colin has chosen to play today is a novelty. We will be back right after this. We're back on the Welcome Mat. I'm here with Colin North.
Hey.
Hey.
Here
We are here. It's a place we are. We are going to play a novelty where you give a review, spoiler complete, of a recent book that you read. Mm-hmm. Yeah, tell me everything because I'm not much of a reader.
I know, me neither, actually. Books make me upset because...
They inspire feelings.
That's
and,
it. And
thoughts?
Make you question your life decisions, and I don't like doing any of those things ever.
Give me the medium of TV and movie.
That's it.
I'll take that over books.
When reality TV came to light, I thought, oh, this is how it should be. That's it. Just garbage. Just pure fast food right to my veins.
Just pump it in. So you're not a book reader, but recently you read a book.
That's it. It was recommended to me.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta jump in, try it out.
Yeah.
So I opened the book.
What is the book?
The book is called The Black Book.
Oh, The Black Book.
That's it. And it's white. The cover is white.
Okay.
Which I thought it was interesting.
Bold statement.
I thought you would think that with the Black Book they would just make it all black.
But it's doing whiteface.
It's doing it. It's doing whiteface, which I was like, oh, they're pushing against PC. They're going
pushing
against
the
grain.
boundaries. And who are the pushers?
The pushers. It's actually two authors working together. We have a James Patterson.
Oh wow, that is a name.
That is a hell of a name. That's an award-winning name.
A lot of history in that name.
Exactly.
Patterson. James Patterson.
James Patterson.
And who is Mr. James Patterson's co-author?
None other than the David Ellis.
David Ellis.
That's it. And
Not
so I knew
David
nothing.
Over Dave.
Sorry?
Most people would go Dave when they're David.
That's true.
But he's sticking with the David.
I think so. It's the sophistication, right?
Yeah.
As an author, I feel like Dave as an author's name might not cut the mustard. If you want to break into that New York Times bestseller,
yes,
you got to be a David.
Yes, this is on the bestsellers.
That's it.
Yeah,
it just snuck in. It's not top of the list, but it got in there.
Okay,
and you know what? It's bragging rights, right? As soon as you're on the board,
yeah, totally.
You live with that forever.
So who would this be marketed towards? Who's the intended audience of this book?
Anybody who wants to learn about nothing.
Okay.
I know, right?
Well, there are a lot of people
that is deep.
Who want nothing.
That's it. There's people, I feel like they took a gamble with this because we're in a society where everyone's, always on their phones, always Googling.
I've seen that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do it. I was guilty of it. And then I read this book and I realized, oh, you don't need to know anything at all. And that's
Zero.
what this book is.
Wow. So the lesson you took away from this is
nothing. It was a book, so instead of you reading it and you feeling, maybe laughing, maybe crying, and then coming up, and then when you close the book you feel like a religious awe.
Yeah.
None of that.
Felt
nothing.
So it felt like you didn't even read the book.
That's it.
Did the book feel like it was reading you?
It may have been. I mean, the book is, it's a little hefty. It's 1,500 pages long.
Okay.
And
are they numbered?
Reverse.
Yeah,
so they go back.
Counting down.
That's it. Counting down to your demise, I'm sure. But the best part about the book is that all the pages are black.
Okay.
That's it. And so is the text, which was a little off-putting.
Oh, yeah, I suppose
so
would be
a little prerequisite to anyone who decides to read the books, you do need a blue light, which
best read under blue light.
That's it, which was definitely a risk.
Other things are better under blue light.
Most things that you can discover under blue light are disturbing.
Yeah.
Such as semen.
Okay,
that's number one.
That's a thing.
Is number one most disturbing thing I'm sure you could find. Yeah, that's it. You gotta really you gotta bleach that if you're gonna get that out of your sheets. But yeah, you have to read
Javex. Yeah, Javex bleach.
Is that a brand of bleach?
Yes.
I've never used bleach in my life. No. All my clothes are covered in semen still. Do not shine a blue light onto any of my things, please. But yeah, so you have to read the book with a blue light.
Okay.
Which is amazing. So
sounds convenient.
Yeah.
So if I see anybody walking around town with a white book with a blue light,
You know exactly. And I think you're going to see
on.
more of it. You would think that that's sort of like a niche thing to go with where you have to read it. And I'm sure it's probably not that great for your eyes, but you know what? You have to trade. Do you want good eyesight or do you want to know about nothing?
I think that's an easy decision.
I know.
So have these authors worked together before?
No. They actually used to hate each other, which is an interesting thing.
Wow.
You would not think that would ever happen.
What inspired the hatred?
A quick Google search showed that one of them may have had an affair with the other's wife.
Ooh, they should write a book about that.
I know. You would think that that's actually what the book would be about, maybe both sides of the argument. But no, that's not what it was at all.
No, it's not a double-layer book. It is a book about
Nothing
nothing.
at all. And maybe that's what... it was James Patterson who slept with David Ellis's wife.
Okay.
And maybe that's how it started, where James Patterson said he felt nothing when he walked in on them.
Oh,
Oh, he did, yeah.
he did.
He walked in on them.
Very visual.
Exactly, yeah. And you get none of that visual representation from reading the book.
Will there be a sequel? It sounds like this has room to grow.
It does. They said it's definitely on the table.
Like on paper on the table? It's actually sitting on a table somewhere?
Yeah,
waiting to
they
be-
just have, we could maybe write a sequel written on a piece of paper, and it's sitting on a table in,
Okay.
I think, Manhattan right now.
That's a good place to sit.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's really nice. A lot of books there, too.
Yep.
So they sort of just went where, you gotta go where the fish are, I guess.
Gotta go where the books are.
Exactly.
Books are a dying medium.
I know. It's
Yeah.
sad. And that was interesting. They didn't release this for Kindle.
Oh.
Yeah, they're trying to get people to, buy physical things.
And how many copies were released of this book?
So they did the old technique where you start small and you let it grow. So they only released 5 books.
Wow, that's a bold statement.
It is. And it took time. Took about 5 years, but then it started to steamroll. And now they've sold 250.
Wow, that's like math times as much.
That's it.
Yeah, like a
I didn't go
number
to
times
school, but
another
let me
number.
tell you, it is more than the original selling point.
You didn't have to go to school. This book took you to school.
Exactly.
Where you
And it
also
educates.
learn nothing.
Exactly. It's just bringing it all to the front. You learn nothing, you will continue to learn nothing, and you don't need to know nothing.
Nothing.
So that's it. And you would think that 250 books, how would that get you barely on the New York Times bestseller? But who's buying books anymore?
Yeah.
250 might as well be 250 million books sold.
That's a big number.
It might as well be. That's more than, yes.
That's more than Canada.
More than Canada. Just not even anything. Just it's more than Canada. In any unit of measurement that you apply to Canada, it's more.
It's more.
That's it.
That greater equal sign that the it would be pointing
Yeah,
towards.
the little like weird Pac-Man that's trying to eat stuff. Yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah. I think that they just put that in math to keep kids interested.
That's it. Yeah.
What do we need? We need clever marketing. Mm-hmm. Let's put the Pac-Man guy in the math.
Put the Pac-Man guy and then put some dots and then the percentage sign. You don't even know what's going on.
No,
there.
no.
It's just going nuts. It's too fun.
That was the birth of emoticons.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's an emoticon movie coming out. I don't know if you saw that.
But would you read the book?
The emoticon book?
Yes.
It would be a tough read.
Okay.
Because it would just only be emoticons.
Yeah.
And there's so many. And sometimes you don't even know what they mean.
No.
It's a whole... The internet is a strange language.
I saw a sheep one time.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
And sometimes you see cats like eating sushi or something. Like that's a new one that's coming up.
I think they would.
I mean, yeah. They do like fish. But how is that going to help me when I'm debating about nothing?
Exactly.
Exactly. And that's the whole thing. It's all about nothing. I think that it was probably... They always say that Seinfeld is the show about nothing. And The Black Book is a book about nothing.
The book about
written by 2 people that honestly just hate each other. And
Well.
so, you know what? It may have been an attempt by one another to sabotage the other's career.
I should hope so.
I would place all my money on it, which is nothing. But
It's a safe bet.
exactly.
Yeah.
You win some, you lose
all of them.
Exactly.
The rest.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they would try to derail each other's career, but it looks like it's backfired because it's on lists now of books that people have read and apparently have bought. Only 250 copies, but that's more than I've sold.
You have never sold out.
Exactly, yeah. I still have my integrity, which means nothing.
And you still come in your original wrapping.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, Saran.
That is The Black Book, a review by Colin North. Thank you for listening to the Welcome Matt podcast. I'm back here with Colin North.
Hello.
Hello. I like the way you say hello.
Right?
Yeah. You
I've been
should
working
say
on
all of your words like that.
Yeah. Goodbye.
So the next game we're going to give a try today is How It Isn't Made.
Mm-hmm.
That is where you dip your hand into a red Solo cup and you pulled out an invention and you have to describe how it isn't made. So how not to make this object. And you have chosen today a sword.
A sword, yes.
So how a sword isn't made?
Well, I consider myself a sword expert, obviously. So the first thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to go to the grocery store, go to the frozen food section, and get one of those frozen pizzas.
Yeah? We talking Delicio?
No name brand. Because you want stuff that's like...
That's smart.
You want it
smart.
furthest away. You want it to be just like basically... like nothing at all.
And what do we have on top? Pepperoni, sausage.
Yeah, you have pretty much it's all meats. It's just all meats, yeah. Because you need the meats are tough.
Yeah.
And you're gonna need that.
You're gonna need your protein to get your sword build.
That's it. Because swords are actually, I don't remember the statistic, but I think it's about 85% protein.
I believe.
I think what
so,
a sword is. Yeah, it's about that.
Yeah, the sword DNA.
That's it. And then you make sure you bring a basket with you because you're gonna need more than just frozen pizza. So then you need to go to that section where they sell like hot dogs, and you need to get that like the macaroni and cheese loaf.
Yeah.
They sell where they mix it with like who knows what is in there. But I'll tell you what it is. It's what you need for a sword. So you get those, put those in the basket.
Oh.
You're gonna need more than just that pizza.
No cart.
No.
No.
It's not too much. It's actually much simpler to create a sword than you would think.
Okay. A little do it yourself.
That's it. Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
So I got your pizza.
Got a pizza with all meats.
All meats.
Got the mac and cheese questionable loaf.
Yeah.
I know. Don't eat. I mean, you might be tempted to eat it because it looks colorful.
You might as well buy two, eat one, use the other for a sword.
Exactly. Well, that'll be your armor because you eat the loaf and then it'll harden inside you.
Shield.
And then someone tries to use a sword against you. You're like, I already ate the mac and cheese loaf.
Yeah, you planned ahead.
I'm immune. Yeah, and here it prevents cancer. I think I read that study right.
And it helps build Highlanders.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. If you're raising an army, no better thing to raise them on than mac and cheese questionable loaf. So then after that, you'll go to the section because they have like the toothpaste and everything, all that stuff. The section. Get yourself 3 bottles of Listerine, and then go over. You're gonna need about 2 to 3 boxes of garbage bags, and make sure that there are 40 garbage bags in each box.
Okay.
So anywhere between 80 and 120 garbage bags, if my math checks out.
I believe it always does.
Exactly. I don't want to brag, but I'm a mild genius.
Mild hypotenuse.
That's it. Just mild. Just mild. Like a 6 out of 10 on the genius scale.
Yep.
And then the last thing you'll need is you go and just get coffee grinds.
Okay.
Just coffee grinds. So we'll go over that list again. You need a large no-name pizza.
Yeah.
With only meats on it. If you can find one that doesn't have tomato sauce or anything, just dough and meats, that's preferable. But if not, you can probably make it work. 2 mac and cheese loaves, 1 for sword building and 1 to put inside your body.
In your stomach.
Exactly.
Yep.
Need to get, was it 2 bottles of Listerine?
I think it was 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Let's buy 3 just to be on the safe side.
Do it, yeah, because you'll probably want to drink one anyways.
Throw in some extra.
Get the alcohol in you, because it'll be more fun. And then 2 to 3 bags, or 2 to 3 boxes of garbage bags, 40 garbage bags per box. And then coffee grinds. Go to the checkout, walk right past the checkout. Don't pay for it.
Oh, you shouldn't have to pay for a sword.
That's ridiculous. You're creating something that will defend the country.
Yeah.
Why am I paying tax dollars for this?
And even invade another country.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then you can open more grocery stores down the road.
Exactly.
So just keep walking out with your basket. The first thing you do when you get home is you take the pizza out and you are going to let it sit on the counter for about 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
So that's why you want to get that done
Smart.
right away, right?
Yeah.
And then you're going to empty the 2 bottles of Listerine into a pan, and you are going to get it to a boil. And then you're going to put about 2/3 of what's in that pan into a glass that you'll set aside to let it chill.
It's got to cool down.
That's it. Bring it up and then bring it back down.
Let it settle.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then the other third that's left, you're going to pour in a glass, and you have to shotgun it right away.
Okay. Yeah.
But it needs to be hot.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way it's going to work.
And throw your loaf on so you can eat. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's where you can eat the loaf at any time, but it's best to eat it right after you chug the Listerine.
Yeah.
It's just ideal because it'll just settle in your body better.
Yeah.
The other loaf, you want to take out of the package, throw into your toilet, take a plunger, and just really go at it for about like 5 to 10 hours straight, nonstop. So just keep going.
That's a good day.
That's it.
That's a good day's workout.
Yeah. I mean, some people say to work out leading up to the making of the sword. I don't really believe that. I don't think that it does you any good because I think part of what makes it work is the struggle. And like you want to keep working until you can't feel anything.
You really have to forge it.
That's it.
Yeah.
You have to forge your way as you are forging that sword. Yes. And then so you'll keep doing that. You get to the point where you vomit because you just can't stop. And then the vomit actually, when you vomit into the toilet, that's part of the mixture. That is the
loaf in there, the loaf and the Listerine.
The loaf, the Listerine, then you got your own vomit in there. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
that's sort of what you need. So if you're it's one of those things where if you're too prepared, you're not going to make a good sword. Yeah. It's going to break the second you take it out. After that, let that sit in the toilet. Take the Listerine that you let chill, pour it on top of the now very thawed pizza. Then you're going to want to scoop out all that beautiful thing, that little beautiful concoction that you made in the toilet. Pour that into a bowl, and then you're going to take that over to the Listerine thawed pizza concoction. Yeah. Toss that on top.
Oh, wow.
And then you just got to get your hands in there, mash it up really good.
Yeah, no gloves. Mm-hmm. Skin on mush.
That's it, exactly. Yeah. And then make sure you have to taste it a couple times because you'll kind of know if you have the right mixture. Yeah. If you taste it and immediately faint, you're ready for a sword.
Oh, okay, ready? Faint.
Yeah, you have to right away as soon as you touch it, and you'll wake up and you'll feel like you have lost all of your blood. That's a great feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you don't,
that really gets the blood pumping.
That's it, exactly. Yeah. It turns your blood to iron. Is what it does, and that's the idea. That's what we're looking for here. After that, when you have fainted and you have woken and you feel like you're gonna die, that's when you open up the garbage bags. You take a little bit of each mixture. Put it in between 80 and 120 garbage bags, whatever amount fits. Yeah. And then you mail it to all of your relatives and all of your close friends.
Wow. I assume this person has a lot of relatives and friends, too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the toughest part of making the sword is, making friends, maintaining them, or just, knowing enough people that you can send this to. It's a group effort. And so you'll send it to all these people, and they will almost always return it to you with their own vomit. Because once they open the bag, they will likely see it. And say, it's time to make a sword, and they will contribute. Yeah. That's I think why they do it. I mean, I've never asked them why they vomit.
You want to be helpful.
Yeah, I think that's why. I'm convinced that that's why they throw up in the bag and then send it back to me. After that, you'll get all of it back, and then you're going to put it all into one garbage bag, and then you're going to set it into the freezer. A little side note, you'll probably want to empty your freezer just to make room for the sword. It's one of those sacrifices.
Get those hot pockets out of there.
That's it. Feel free to eat the hot pockets, but you'll want to make room for the sword. So put it all in the garbage bag and toss it into the freezer, and you're going to let it sit for no more than a day. And when you open it up, you will remove it from the garbage bag, and you have a sword.
Bam!
That's it.
A sword.
That's it. That's a sword.
That's how a sword isn't made.
That's the sword. I don't know if you've read history books about, how they would take metal and they would melt it down and they would hammer it. That's, history that far back is almost always wrong.
Yeah. So no one really invented the wheel.
Yeah. I don't history is full of bias, and I think it's just how people wanted us to perceive it. But it's not at all true.
It's all a lie.
It's all a lie. Everything up until this point, until what I've just told you. So I'm hoping this will turn over a new leaf and we can finally appreciate how swords are actually made.
Yes, exactly. That's how a sword isn't made with Colin North on the Welcome Matt podcast. We're on the Welcome Matt podcast with Colin North.
Hey.
Hey. I like the way you say hey. The third and final game we're going to play today. No one has ever played this game. We're debuting a new game. It's called Wikipodia, where we go to the website Wikipedia, we hit random page, and we just take it from there, assuming that everything we're reading is a conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm.
So are you somebody who's into conspiracy theories?
Oh, very much so.
Yeah? What is your favorite one?
My favorite one? I don't really have a favorite. I only listen to Alex Jones.
Yeah.
And so his word is God's word, as far as I'm concerned. And I spend most of my time reading about conspiracy theories. I'm on my 18th cup of coffee, and I haven't seen my girlfriend in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? It's worth it for the search for truth.
Yeah, you got to get out there and
That's
search.
You can't believe what
Doesn't
you
just
read.
come to you.
That's it.
Yeah. You got to really take a proactive approach.
Yeah, like everything is subtext nowadays.
Yeah.
So don't take it for face value.
So the website that we've pulled up is called the Coastal Observatory.
Mm-hmm.
It is in Liverpool Bay in England. So their objective is to basically watch the sea's response to natural forces and what effect the humans have on the sea. Right. So they're people who just watch the sea and see how we affect it and the natural forces.
Yeah, like when you go to the beach and you watch the waves crash?
Yeah.
That's their job.
Yeah, and they collect data or both.
I think it's both.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's really what they're up to
at this pardon the pun, but it's a little fishy.
It's a little
It's
fishy.
a little fishy. I don't believe that spending millions of dollars to build an observatory so that people who have gone to university for 12 years to watch the ocean is really what's going on.
Yeah.
Because you can hire any old Jim with a calculator to do that. So
Calculator Jim and his lighthouse.
That's it.
They have all these lighthouses. Why build this big thing here? This laboratory.
Yeah, this handsome laboratory, observatory, coastal tory thing.
Yeah. And it started in 2007, which I think you're trying a bit too hard if you're doing that. I mean, come on now. 2007?
If it had started, years ago, then maybe I could have believed, what, we need someone to look at water for 24 hours a day.
So just all of a sudden in 2007, we need to watch the sea.
Yeah.
I need a job.
Oh, yeah.
I like water.
Yeah, it's really pretty. When you watch it,
I can collect data.
There's stuff going on over there with the water and what we're doing to it.
I bet you they lock the doors.
To the observatory?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I bet you just can't walk in there and look around.
It's probably state of the art.
Yep.
With all the cards that can smell your body odor, and that's the only way you can get in.
I think what they're really up to, they're building something.
Mm-hmm. It's a big facility.
Yeah, they're building something bad.
You don't have an observatory that's the size of a cubicle.
No.
When you build an observatory, it's massive. But what if it's so big, but all you're doing is observing?
Why the size?
Yeah. And it's not like there's a lot of people over there.
No.
You don't need too many people to watch water, in my experience.
Like 2 tops.
That's it. But 2 people, big building.
A lot of parking spaces, always full.
Yeah. Lab coats.
Oh.
I never trust a lab coat.
No, they've got pocket books.
Ugh. Yeah. Scribbling notes down.
Yes.
I don't know.
So what do you think they're really building there? You think they're looking for Atlantis, maybe? I don't know. Or like building a creature to attack Earth?
I think the creature, you actually might be on, because it's very close to Scotland, which is where the infamous Loch Ness Monster used to live. Used to. I think it left.
I don't know if it left. I think it's still hanging out.
You still think it's you think
yeah,
Ness is still in Lake Ness?
Yeah.
But I think it could be something along those lines. Very close. studying water. So they might be taking information from Loch Ness
Yes.
and bringing it to the observatory, quote.
Yeah.
Observatory.
We know what's really going on.
Yeah,
there.
we need plenty of observing going on.
Yeah.
And they might be building their own monster.
Like a robotic one or a flesh?
That's it. I think the main point is because, you build, electronics or robotics and you put it underwater, would oftentimes fail. I think they're trying to build a super robotic monster that can traverse the sea. And I think they're going to be using that to control the earth. What's one place that you can't really control is the water.
No, it does what it wants.
That's it.
The water wants what the water wants.
That's it. You saw Titanic.
I
Water
did.
sucked that thing right to the bottom of the earth.
Ate it on down.
That's it. And I've always wondered, they always say the Titanic was hit by an iceberg.
Is that really what happened?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
In April, ice?
No.
I don't believe it.
I don't think ice exists in the ocean. That's
just the North
Pole.
Pole.
A myth too.
Just the North Pole. It's only about a 4x4 piece of ice that's left.
Just enough for Santa.
That's it. He just sits there and he says, all right, wait another year.
Yep.
Until June 1st or whenever he comes down to...
Yeah, I think it's early June.
I think so.
Yeah.
They always say December, but I don't believe that either.
No.
Hogwash.
Hogwash. I took a bath once in hogwash.
Did not end well.
Yeah. So, what do you think they're gonna do with robotic Nessie? Do you think they're gonna where will they attack first?
I think they'll keep it close. So they're in Liverpool right now.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna just try to maintain order in the United Kingdom, and then once they've solidified that and controlled all the seas and the English Channel and everything around there, they're going to expand. And I think it's not just going to stop with one robotic Nessie, so to speak.
It never does.
No.
They're
going to use that. They're going to use the observatory and the information they got there to gather data.
Or both.
Absolutely. And then they're going to build, it's a horrible word to say, but I think it's going to be an army of robotic Nessies that are going to try to conquer the world.
I think that would be enough to do it.
And you probably don't need too many.
Nope.
I don't think so.
6. You can do it with 6.
I think so. Get one in every major body of water.
Yeah. And you never know where they're swimming.
Exactly. Terrifying and fast. And I have reason to believe that they may have lightsabers.
Oh, wow.
They may. I think that's also a huge thing.
That work underwater.
Exactly. Which is scary because first of all, you were thinking can't even make lightsabers on Earth, on land.
Yeah. But you know how a lightsaber isn't made.
That's it.
Yeah.
I could tell you, I could go on for hours about that.
Yeah.
And so I think that not only do they know how to make lightsabers in general, they know how to make it so that they'll survive underwater, which is terrifying.
The future is a scary place.
It is.
Yeah.
Robotic Nessies with lightsabers covering every ocean in the earth.
And that is what's really going on at the Coastal Observatory. We're on to you.
That's it.
Coastal Observatory.
That's it. And I hope that everyone listening is now a little more informed of the truth.
We spread it like peanut butter on a donut.
That's it.
Yes.
I 100% believe you on that.
That was the Welcome Matt podcast. I want to say thank you, Colin North, for being here.
Thank you, Matt, for having me.
Yes, I had a lot of fun.
It was silliness.
Played some games, learned some things. We did How It Isn't Made. You told me how not to craft a sword.
That's it.
Very informative. Gave a little review of the Black Book. I'm going to check that book out and learn all I can from it if I can get my hand on one of the 5 copies. I'm not sure you want to lend me yours because I know how much you like reading about it.
Exactly. And I use it as a dinner plate now, so.
Exactly. And what's really going on at the Coastal Observatory? That's been the Welcome Matt podcast. Thank you for listening.